So as many of you guys know, I'm a real estate agent. I've been a real estate agent since 2017, and the most common question I get is, how do I become a real estate agent? So today I wanted to go over that. So I'm not paid hourly or salary. I'm actually paid on my own performance and just strictly off of commission. So I'm super fortunate to work with great clients, and I could not have picked a better job. I'm obsessed with it, and I get to make my own schedule, which is amazing. A lot of people that get into selling real estate, they actually don't have their degree. I personally got my degree from ASU online. I went to Chapman University before then and kind of bounced around. College wasn't really for me, but I ended up finishing. But the good thing about being a real estate agent is that you don't need a college degree. After college, I went and got a 9-to-5 job in marketing. I worked for a big corporation and I absolutely hated it. I lasted about a year there, and I told myself I would never go back to working a 9-to-5. And the good news about being a realtor is that you get to make your own hours. So for a lot of people, this is good news and bad news when you first get into the business, and I'll go over that later in this video. Along with making your own hours, you're not required to be in the office. A lot of the times I'm out looking at homes or working with buyers, just getting lunches, dinners, coffees, etc. Just trying to get my name out there and meet with new people to stir up some business. The hours you dedicate to this business is exactly what you're gonna get out of it. It's extremely flexible, so you can actually become a realtor doing it part-time. A lot of people think that you have to wear a suit and tie every day, or if you're a girl, you wear nice heels and a dress and have to look like you're on TV every single day. And I would kind of say yes and no. So it depends on your market, and if you're in luxury or if you're selling condos, it kind of just depends on your market as well as your clientele. So for me, I'm just wearing this. It's a little blazer. It's cold out here in Southern California, probably 55 degrees, and just a t-shirt. I'm not really planning on seeing any clients today, but you never know. Walking around town, you could walk into someone that could be a potential client, and unfortunately and fortunately, first impressions are everything, so you don't want to be underdressed. And I also think that being overdressed is a little bit aggressive, and some people feel threatened by it, and you're not as approachable. So as far as dress code goes, just depends on your market and your clientele. So maybe just a collared shirt if you're a guy, and you should be good to go with some jeans. If you're seeing clients, then it's a little different. You want to make sure you're looking presentable, your hair's done, and you're ready to go, because they are trusting you with the biggest purchase of their life. My favorite thing that I love about being a real estate agent is going out and seeing cool houses that I could probably never afford, and hopefully someday I can. But for clients, just touring those houses I get to see here in Laguna Beach or Dana Point down by the beach that are beautiful, and I get to call that my job. But I also love negotiating deals for clients and working with other agents and getting a better deal for my clients, whether it's a shorter escrow or money off the purchase price, or if we're selling their house, getting the most amount of money for their house, and kind of negotiating with agents. It really gets me going, and I love that about the job. One cool thing too about being a realtor is, since you're working for yourself, you do get a lot of tax write-offs, whether it's your car, any business expenses, lunches, dinners, computers, whatever you need to actually do your job as a realtor. So basically anything you want, you can write off. A lot of people get into the business for the wrong reasons. They either get into it because they saw it on TV, or they want to make a quick dollar. They think it's an easy way to make money, which the truth is it's not. A lot of people last 3 to 6 months and then they quit. So if you truly have a passion for real estate, I think this is perfect for you. If you don't mind every single conversation being about real estate, then I think you'll do extremely well. Usually, I tell new real estate agents, it usually takes 4 to 6 months to actually do your first deal. So you want to make sure that you have anywhere between 6 to a year's months worth of savings saved up so you're not stressed out while you're becoming a real estate agent and looking for your first deal. Maybe you're someone getting into the business that already knows they have a deal, whether it's your parents or a family friend that want to sell their house and you're already teed up, ready to go, then you're set. But for me, I wanted to make sure that I had enough reserves in my bank account that if I didn't sell a house within 6 months, I would still be good. And it allowed me to focus on actually looking for deals and not stressing about finances. So I'd highly recommend that you have, anywhere between 6 to a year's worth saved up so you can fully put pedal to the metal and go for being a real estate agent. Even though hours are flexible being a real estate agent, sometimes they suck. Sometimes clients want to see houses on a Sunday afternoon when, you had a birthday party to go to or you're hanging out with your friends and you have to cancel on the plans that you originally had to go have fun. You need to show a house, or, sometimes it's at nighttime around 7 p.m. or 8 p.m., just depending on your client. So sometimes work hours can be a little sporadic. Another cool thing about being a real estate agent is that you only need a couple $100s to get started, to get your license in the state that you live, which is super cool. And you can be 18 years old starting in the business. So a lot of people ask me too, Kyle, can I start real estate when I'm 18 years old? I feel like I'm young and won't be able to sell houses. I think this is great, selling homes when you're young, or at least starting when you're young, because over time you'll continue to build that clientele list and you will eventually have thousands of people that you have in your database, and hundreds or maybe thousands of people that you've already sold their house to, and you're gonna have consistent repeat clients over the years, and it's just gonna be that much easier if you start young. I believe classes are around 130 hours of class time. You can do this online or in person, and I highly recommend you just do it online. Just do it so you can get it over with, and you can do it as fast as possible so you can go and take the state test. I personally did mine online and just try to go through the online classes as fast as possible. It actually took me 2 times to take the California state license test. I failed my first time, and the second time I passed. So there are classes you can take before you go take your state test, kind of like refresher course. I would highly recommend it. I believe it was a 8-hour day in-person class that went over what is going to be on the test. There's different versions of the test, but that really helped me. Just a refresher. I think I did it 4 days before I took the state test. So I'd highly recommend that you do a refresher course. Apologize if it's noisy. We're actually on PCH right now. This is my office, and it's my company's office, but we got a cool view. It's a little cloudy out, but we have cars going everywhere. So if it's loud, if there's a little bit of noise, I apologize. But back to what I was saying is that, so getting your real estate license is the easy part. Getting your first client is going to be the hard part. There's ways you can go about getting your first client. So you can door knock, you can do open houses for other realtors if they let you within your brokerage. You can send out flyers, and you can call your family, you can call your friends and let everyone know you're a real estate agent, and just pound the doors on everyone and let everyone know that you're a real estate agent and you need to sell your first home. So for me, when I first started, open houses were gold to me. I did really well at open houses, and I met a bunch of clients, and it got my business going. But I also called my family and my family friends, and I let them know that I was a real estate agent. Fortunate for me, I had a family friend, and they were actually looking to purchase 2 homes. So right off the bat, boom, got 2 homes right under my belt, and I was so thankful for that. Another misconception a lot of people have, and they ask me, is, Kyle, do I need to be connected when getting into real estate? And that kind of goes both ways. So yes and no. I don't think you need to be connected to start as a real estate agent. A lot of people are not. I really wasn't. I got lucky from a family friend, which catapulted my career. But if you do know people, it's going to be a lot easier. So whether your family's known in your town, it might be easier for you to start out in real estate. But if you don't know a lot of people, like I said, you can go door knock, you can do open houses for bigger agents that are in your brokerage to meet more people. So my biggest recommendation if you're brand new starting out as a real estate agent is either work as an assistant or find a mentor. So you can work as an assistant and you can see how the business is ran, and you can also potentially get paid by the real estate agent you're working for. So this is a great way to get your foot in the door and make a little bit of money, but also get firsthand experience of how real estate works. And you can get used to open houses, working with buyers and sellers, and know the business firsthand from someone who's actually successful. So once you've worked for free for a top agent in your area, or you've worked as assistant and you got paid, you were lucky to do so, you can now go off on your own. I would recommend going off on your own. You need to figure out what brokerage you're going to work for, or you can even work under a team. So working under a team, there's going to be one main agent, and usually they distribute leads, which is kind of nice. So you don't have to worry about deal flow, and you can always be busy with that person's leads or their clients that they're working with. You can help out, you're on a team, and make some money right off the bat. Or if you want, you can find a brokerage that provides you a lot of education and a broker who's going to answer your phone calls. So I started out with a brokerage where they had plenty of training. Every week the broker was going over contracts, different ways to negotiate, and a bunch of other classes that really helped me. And if you're a new agent and you're attending these classes that are provided by the brokerage that you join, it's going to be super helpful for you in the future, and it's also going to give you an advantage over the other new realtors that have joined the same time as you, and hopefully get you more deals. So what a brokerage is, it's basically an umbrella for real estate agents, and they basically just take all the liability for you, and hopefully they provide education. What they're going to do is they're going to take a split from the profit that you bring in, just because they are putting their brand out there and hopefully protecting you as an agent. So when you're looking for a brokerage, I would highly recommend when you start out, you make sure that they have good training and good people. But also, a lot of people ask me, should I start with the smaller brokerage or a big brokerage? And what I always tell everyone, now being in the business for 5 years plus, is that if you can start with a high-end brokerage that deals with more expensive homes, then I would highly suggest starting there, because selling a condo for $500,000 compared to selling a home for $1.5 million, it's the same thing. It's the same process. So why not start with a brokerage where people are doing bigger deals and motivating you as a real estate agent to kind of go luxury with it? So you can definitely make more money working in luxury sales than you can, spitting out condos and working with clients in that clientele. And now there's nothing wrong with that. That's how I got started. I started working in door knocking condos and doing, $500,000 deals. And now our average deal is closer to $1 million, and we have one in contract right now for 1.239, which to some other agents that's peanuts, but we're working our way up to the more luxury market, so we don't have to do as many deals, and that's the whole goal. Becoming a real estate agent can be frightening and pretty intimidating because it is a very competitive job, but if you have the passion for real estate and you believe in yourself, you can definitely become a real estate agent in 2022 and either become a full-time real estate agent or a part-time real estate agent. But I recommend that if you're going to be a real estate agent and you're really interested in real estate, then become a full-time agent and save up and go for it, because I haven't really seen a lot of part-time agents make it. They usually do a couple deals here and there, and then it's just too much work for them because they get sidetracked and they end up just sticking with their comfortable 9-to-5 job, which is, there's no problem with that. They have a steady income and they can provide for their family, or they know exactly what's coming in each month. So another thing you need to take into consideration is starting out, your income's going to fluctuate a lot. So I sometimes make, anywhere from $30,000 a month to $2,000 a month. So you have to be very good with your money and make sure that you're saving for a rainy day at all times, because you don't know what the market's going to do, and you don't know when your next deal is going to come. And hopefully the goal is to at least know where your next 4 deals are going to come from, so you have a peace of mind and you know that money's coming in. But now that you've picked a brokerage and you've taken your test and you're all ready to go for real estate, I would highly recommend reading Sell It Like Ryan Serhant's book. He's basically the face of real estate. He's on the TV shows. He's got his own brokerage, and he just goes for everything. For me, that book was a great read. It's very motivating, and you can see how he got into the business and kind of grinded his way to the top. Hopefully this gave you a little insight as to how to become a realtor. And if you have any other questions, let me know in the comments. And thank you guys so much for watching. Please consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the next video.